All right, get ready for a deep dive straight into the world of boxing. We've got a ton of material on Lennox Lewis, and this is going to be a good one.
Definitely, this goes way beyond just his wins.
Exactly. We're going to uncover what made him so special, more than just the knockout punches. Now, I always picture Lennox Lewis, this British boxing legend, but where did it all start?
Get ready for this, Canada.
What? Really?
Yeah, born in London, but he developed his boxing skills in Kitchener, Ontario.
Wow, Canada. Okay, that's a surprise.
Yeah, moved there as a kid, and he was a total natural athlete.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking high school basketball star. Led his team to, the Ontario Championship even.
Hold on. So are we saying we could have had Lennox Lewis, in the NBA, hitting threes? That's wild.
Right, but those skills, they definitely, translated to the boxing ring. He represented Canada in the Olympics, and not just once, twice. Brought home the silver medal from Los Angeles in '84.
Okay, so dedicated already. I mean, most people would be thrilled with Olympic silver, but not Lewis. He was just getting started.
And this is where it gets really interesting. He wins gold in Seoul in '88, right? Against Rinnick Bowe, keep that name in mind. But instead of immediately going pro, he decides to stay amateur.
Really?
Yeah, for another 4 years.
4 years. It's practically unheard of, especially after an Olympic gold medal.
Exactly. Most fighters would be like, get me to the pros. I want the big fights, the money. But Lewis, he was playing the long game, knew he had more to learn, more to refine.
That's some serious discipline right there.
Oh, absolutely. This wasn't just about winning. This was about mastering his craft.
So we've got this young Lennox Lewis, Olympic gold medalist, just honing his skills, waiting for the right time to go pro. It's like he was treating his boxing career like a game of chess.
That's a great comparison. Lewis actually loved chess. In fact, he even funded a chess program for underprivileged kids later in his career. Yeah, one of those kids even got a college scholarship because of it. For Lewis, strategic thinking, it wasn't just for boxing, it was like a way of life.
That's incredible. So we've got this young Lennox Lewis, already an Olympic champion, and he's got this incredible work ethic, this strategic mind. He's patiently waiting for the right time to unleash his full potential on the professional boxing world. And unleash it, he did. But, his pro career, it wasn't exactly smooth sailing. He went up against some of the biggest names in boxing history.
Oh, absolutely. Right off the bat, you've got Evander Holyfield, Hasim Rahman, Mike Tyson. These weren't just fights. They were legendary battles.
Let's talk about those Holyfield fights for a minute, because wow, what a roller coaster.
Yeah, that first fight in '99, it was a draw.
Controversial is an understatement, don't you think? I mean, Lewis seemed in control the whole time. That jab was like a magic wand, kept Holyfield at bay. But somehow, the judges called it a draw.
A lot of people thought Lewis won that fight for sure, but the rematch, oh man, that was a different story.
You could just feel the intensity.
Yeah.
Lewis was not messing around that time.
He came in laser focused. You could see it in his eyes. And this time, no doubt about it, dominated the fight. Unanimous decision, undisputed heavyweight champion.
What a champ. Victory, controversy, he'd overcome it all. And then Hasim Rahman enters the picture.
Oh yeah, talk about an upset. Nobody, and I mean nobody, predicted Rahman would win that fight. Lewis was the clear favorite.
I remember watching it. Everyone was stunned. It was like, wait, did that just happen?
Rahman just caught him with this incredible punch in the 5th round, and that was it. Lights out.
But here's the thing about Lewis, right? He could have walked away, blames it on an off night, whatever. But he didn't.
No way. He wanted that rematch. He was coming back for his title.
And what a rematch it was.
Totally different Lewis in the ring. Composed, determined. He dismantled Ron, knocked him out in the 4th.
You could see it in Rahman's eyes, too.
Yeah.
Lewis was back, and this time he was unstoppable.
That Rahman fight, it really showed his resilience, his ability to come back stronger after a loss. And then, of course, you've got the Mike Tyson fight.
Oh, man, the hype for that fight was off the charts. It was like the whole world was waiting for it. Tyson, the ferocious brawler, versus Lewis, the strategic genius.
It was a clash of the titans, for sure.
And it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting to me? The way Lewis used his size, his reach. It wasn't just defense. It was like he was controlling the entire fight.
Absolutely. Those long jabs, they kept Tyson at a distance. And when Tyson did get close, Lewis would tie him up, use that strength to wear him down.
And then, bam, that right hand. Lewis always knew when to strike. And when he did, it was explosive.
He knocked Tyson out in the 8th round. It cemented his place in boxing history.
It wasn't just about brute force with Lewis, though, was it? It was like calculated, almost surgical.
Exactly. And this is where his partnership with Emmanuel Stewart comes in. Stewart, legendary trainer, he saw something special in Lewis. The potential to be more than just a puncher, but a true boxer.
You could see Stewart's influence in every fight. Lewis wasn't just throwing punches, he was setting traps, you know. He was thinking ahead, outsmarting his opponents.
He mastered that jab, used it defensively, but also to set up those power punches. His opponents never knew what was coming next.
You gotta remember, he was up against some tough guys. Vitaly Klitschko, for example. A giant of a man, known for his knockout power.
And Lewis, even with a nasty cut above his eye, he went toe-to-toe with Klitschko, ended up getting a TKO in the 6th round.
Talk about grit. It really is like chess, the way he approached each fight.
It's that chess player's mind, that athleticism, and Stewart's guidance. That's what set him apart. But, you know, there's another side to Lennox Lewis that's just as interesting.
Beyond the boxing ring.
Exactly.
He was a champion in the ring, but also a role model outside of it. Remember those chess programs we talked about? That wasn't a one-time thing.
Not at all. He was dedicated to giving back, especially to young people.
And he always seemed so grounded, you know?
Absolutely. And let's not forget his pride in his roots. He moved back to England to go pro, but he always represented both England and Canada.
Yeah, he carried both flags into the ring. Not something you see every day.
Definitely not. So, about that legacy. Olympic gold, multiple world titles, wins over some of the best. Where do you think Lennox Lewis ranks among the all-time greats?
He's got to be up there, right?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, his record speaks for itself. First heavyweight champ to win Olympic gold in the super heavyweight category.
Which, by the way, didn't even exist until '84.
Exactly. But I think his legacy, it goes beyond just titles and trophies, you know?
It's about the impact he had beyond boxing.
Yeah. It's about the discipline, the resilience, the strategic thinking. It's about the confidence, the sportsmanship, the dedication to giving back. Lennox Lewis wasn't just a champion boxer. He was a champion human being.
You know, it's amazing to think. You see those old videos of him training as a kid in Canada. Who would have thought he'd go on to conquer the boxing world?
And he did it his own way. Never let anything hold him back. Retired on top, undefeated as champion.
Not many can say that.
Nope. He knew when to walk away. Legacy secured.
It's like that saying, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Lewis really embodied that.
He really did. Took the hits, learned, came back stronger.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into the life of Lennox Lewis, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this?
The power of strategy. Lewis called himself the pugilist specialist. He knew that success wasn't just about brute force. It was about planning calculated risks, adapting to the situation. It's about knowing your strengths.
It's about being the pugilist specialist of your own life.
Exactly.
Lennox Lewis showed us that being a true champion goes beyond wins. It's about character, resilience, and a strategic mind. That's a lesson we can all use, no matter what we're facing.